Hey, 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 Lucky Captain Jack again. Tonight I'm bringing you the Nassau, this thing that we've all strived so hard the last couple of weeks to try to get. Nassau, as you'll see, has got 6 double guns, dreadnought style, set up in such a way that either broadside can give you 4 double guns, which is nice. We'll look into the stats real quick and show you what they are. So it starts with 36,000 hit points, and the torpedo damage is 13%. Alright, so the guns. 6 double 283mm guns. That's just the primaries. There is also 16, 18, 28 secondary guns, anywhere from 88mm and up. So there's quite a lot of stuff there. Nobody cares about the AA guns. They just do their thing. And concealment, the biggest thing, is a little over 11 kilometers you can be seen on the surface, and 9 from the air. So anyway, everybody's favorite map, everybody's favorite spawn, right here in the middle, so you're almost instantly detected, at least at a lower tier, because the view ranges are not as great. I probably am not immediately detected, and so I can sail for about 20 seconds before we'll see the first guy. But anyway, alright, let's get underway. Alright, so you're looking to see what's going on with my 2 teammates in front of me. That is a pretty wicked view of those chains. But anyhow, alright, so teammates are heading off toward the right. So I would be a fool to try to take the middle by myself. So I'm going to go ahead and follow and see what these cruisers do. Got a Furitaka, nice tier 4 Japanese cruiser. And I didn't catch what the other guy was. He should come into view right about now. Is it 2 Furitakas? Huh. Well, okay. Alright, so Omaha in the distance, still a little bit far out, just now getting to the place where he should be in our range. And so we're going to go ahead and lob a couple in his direction. Big 283mm guns. I don't know if you got your sound turned up, but that's such a sick sound. Boom, 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 boom. And you're like, alright, cool. Reload time, again, probably not the best at this tier. It comes in 22 seconds. Commander perks can bring it down just a little bit. With the Nassau comes that Henry J. Hyde. Definitely worth looking into, especially those of you who are not fortunate enough to have picked up a German battleship guy yet. I don't know why Henry Hyde is a German battleship commander, since the book was written and took place in London. But anyhow, who am I to judge? I'm sure Wargaming, being the Eastern Europeans that they are, had to have read some, British literature growing up. But cool, do your thing. We're running the Nassau, which is a tier 3 German battleship, premium. So maybe that's where they figured, oh, we'll make Hyde a German commander, even though Henry Jekyll and Edward Hyde were Londoners. But whatever, no big deal. Who am I to judge? Alright, so anyway, Omaha is now deciding, oh, well, I'm going to go ahead and try to bow tank on this Nassau. And my kill was stolen right out from underneath me. Nothing more frustrating than that. Waiting 22 seconds or whatever to reload, firing bigger guns than the guy that killed him had, and walking away with nothing, because amazingly enough, somebody steals it. But that's okay. We'll take it out on the poor little Phoenix here. Sorry, brother. Anyway, I need a catchphrase, something snappy. I can't say hold these, that's been taken. Most of what I say is not fit for public consumption. You can ask any of those folks that I routinely play with. They'll be the first one to tell you that this is not exactly dialogue that is safe for work and probably shouldn't play in front of your children. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and try to take another blind shot at this Nassau over a hill. He's moving slowly. We definitely have enough arc on the rounds, so fire shot, see what happens. The rounds come down and nothing. But that's okay. You got to try stuff like that from time to time. How else are you supposed to know what you can and can't do? This game is all about learning your right and left limits, right? And so, figure out what you can do, who you can hit, how far you can reach out and touch someone, and get a good understanding of your guns know how hard you can hit them. You know, that helps you prioritize your targets. Later on, when you see you got a battleship, oh, like this. So here's this Ishizuchi, still at half health, and I got big enough guns to do something about it. So I'm not going to waste another shot at a cruiser or a destroyer when I can put some rounds in the air toward a target with a healthier hit pool, and whose guns can do a lot more damage than a cruiser could possibly do. You saw before, this thing has 1,000,000 secondary guns, so any cruiser that's silly enough to try to sneak up on you is going to pay the price. So while we're considering that, we're going to keep firing at the Ishizuchi, see what happens. Rounds always look good. Dispersion, you know, typical German precision, pretty good. But again, I got 2 rounds that broke up on impact and 1 that ricocheted off. Omaha's not going to provide us with much else to shoot at, and so it's time to reconsider what we're doing. You know that the Ishizuchi's coming right to left and is about to re-emerge on the left side of this island, so even though I've got the Nassau that I missed earlier trying to sneak up behind me, I'm going to run kind of a risky maneuver here and get my broadside pointed in the direction of the Ishizuchi, which is conveniently also pointing the port side to the Nassau. And he hits me, sets a little fire, does a couple thousand damage, but I thought it was a risk worth running. He obviously isn't firing armor-piercing rounds. Wasn't going to do a great deal of damage. Really, all he managed to do was set me on fire for a half a second. And now I'm in a place where I can just delete this Ishizuchi. Boom. You want to fire all your rounds at me? Cool. Go right and do it. My reload will come back faster than his. He does get his rounds off. The angle is terrible, and so he bounces a lot. And now you see my baby guns. Favorite little thing, those baby guns. They are now engaging this destroyer that's on my left. And let me finish off the Ishizuchi. Fire and forget, turn. Alright, what do we got? An Acosta right up. Now the upside of this Dreadnought style is immediately I turn around and I've got those 2 left side turrets ready to go. Because the front and aft guns are going to take a while to turn around, but you've got those 2 guns midship. And so the port side was already ready to go. I just needed something to fire at. Fire them, do a little bit of damage, and get them back before the front and aft guns have even done anything. So now you got the bow and stern guns starting to turn around. They're nearly there, and the moment they are, that'll probably be all she wrote for the old Acosta. Just kidding. The Acosta disappeared into a cloud of smoke. How delightful. So let's start taking that on the Nassau instead. Now, the Acosta knows I'm here. I'm still detected, not only by him, but by the Nassau. So, as the Nassau continues to look at me and I continue to look at him, you just have to be aware that, oh, well, there's probably a torpedo that's headed my way. Something got my name all over it, and we should do something about that. So keep an eye on the smoke, see what's going on, but keep your guns bearing toward the Nassau. Use some repair parties, get some of my health back. And I see the tracers are coming from right in the middle of this smoke. Fire around, but the guy's already moved. But my other guns are almost back up. So, time to take one last shot at the Acosta. Who decides for whatever reason, I'm going to stop. Because there's no way that this battleship is going to hit me. And he was dead wrong. So anyway, it's kind of a gamble when you start turning your back on ships and giving them your broadside, especially in a battleship like the Nassau. They stand the chance of making you pay. In this particular chance, he did. He made me pay. So I'm going to go ahead and stop for a second. Fast forward through a little bit as you watch other ships do their thing, and eventually I'm going to settle in and start watching this battle from overhead. See some stuff blow up, and hey, look at me, I'm a plane. I can fly. And we'll just kind of spin around for a little bit, waiting for the rest of this battle. I think this is a neat little feature. It doesn't do you any good. You can't control the plane. You can't, do anything cool with it. There was one guy in the Reddit, I think, that said, like, hey, if I can control the plane, why can't I attack with it? And people are like, dude, you can't control the plane. He said, no, I was turning it. I totally turned the plane. They're like, no, you didn't. It's flying a circle around what's left. But anyway, let's look at the stats real quick, pull these up, see how it looks. I end up with 3 kills, 46,000 damage, not bad in a tier 3. End up finishing at the top of the board. And yeah, you know, I was relatively happy with it. It was a loss, and sometimes you take those. But anyway, Nassau, really good ship. Henry Hyde, damn good commander. I know a lot of folks that are currently running him on every German battleship they have, but you know, I'll leave that up to you. You decide what you want to do and if his perks are worth it. Anyway, hey, this has been Lucky Captain Jack. Appreciate having you aboard. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, like and subscribe. I love followers. Send me a message. Tell me what kind of stuff you'd be interested in seeing. I'll be more than happy to pump out more videos. Alright, until then, fair winds and following seas. This is Lucky Jack, out.